Hello, and welcome to the Paid Search Masterclass series. Today's session will be an intro to PPC. My name is Sarah Slater, and I'm an assistant director on Carnegie's paid search team. My archetype persona is the intelligent and sympathetic advocate, encompassing the colors purple, silver, and yellow. For those of you who haven't heard of Carnegie before, we're a higher ed focused marketing agency that specializes in fostering deeper human connections. And one of the ways in which we do this is through our Carnegie archetype system. In my current role, I lead paid search strategies for some of Carnegie's largest clients, and I support my team's growth to deliver client success. And to finish off my intro, I currently live in sunny Tampa, Florida, with my resident cat Charlotte and my foster cat Jane. On the agenda for today, we're going to start off by going over what PPC is, dive into the essentials of PPC campaigns, and conclude with some final takeaways. So for this first section, we're going to start out by going over the definition of PPC, how PPC compares to SEO, and how the ad auction works. So PPC stands for pay per click. These are text ads shown on the search engine results page of platforms such as Google, Bing, and more. And as the name insinuates, you're only charged per click on your ad, not impressions like some other paid media platforms. Now, you might have heard the terms PPC and SEO used different interchangeably, but these actually fill different institutional needs. So PPC stands for pay per click. This drives paid traffic to your website and therefore requires consistent budget investment in order to show in the search engine results page or the SERP. These typically show higher up on the SERP than organic listings, and you have better control over messaging and where people end up on your website. On the other hand, SEO is search engine optimization. This drives organic traffic to your site. So therefore, you don't require any investment in order to show in the SERP. That being said, you have less control over messaging and web page traffic. All in all, both of these strategies are important, but one may fill more of your needs than the other. So how does a PPC ad even show? Well, it all begins with a search. So someone goes to the search bar of a search engine and enters a query. This then triggers a lightning fast auction, which results in a series of ads in a specific order. There are numbers of factors that impact the order in which ads shows and which one shows at the top. Some of these include your bid, so how much you're willing to pay for each click on your ad, the context of the query, such as the device and location of the user who's searching, the perceived ad and landing page quality, the amount of competition in an ad auction, the expected impact of your ad extensions on the user experience, and the ad rank thresholds or the minimum ad quality requirements that Google sets at auction time. Now that we understand what PPC ads are and how they work, let's go into the PPC campaign essentials. First, diving into the anatomy of an ad, then going over keywords and different tools to research them, and lastly, concluding with campaign structure. So, PPC ads require at least 3 headlines and 2 descriptions in order to run. But as we can see, there's a lot more going on in this image that we're going to dive into. So first at the top, in the gray box, we have the display URL. So this is a preview of where the ad will lead a user to, what the website content will be. It's a shortened version of the actual URL, and it looks a lot nicer in an ad, but also just gives users an idea of what your website and ad is about. The next part in the red box is the headline. So this is the main clickable element of an ad. The maximum number of headlines that you can show in a PPC ad is 3, but sometimes you might only show 1. So it's really important to have some very eye-catching headlines that really get the point across if only one of them shows. These are intended to summarize what your ad's about. When someone clicks on the headline, they're brought to a web page that you've selected your ad to drive through, which we call a landing page. Then below this, we have descriptions in the blue rectangle. So these add more context to the why behind your ad to help encourage prospects to click. Below that, in the green, we have call-out extensions. These are key short value propositions to help differentiate you from the competition. Then we have structured snippet extensions. So these highlight specific offerings in a category, such as what degree programs you offer or what courses are included in the program you're promoting. And then here at the bottom in the brown box, we have site link extensions. So these are other links to your website that you can put in your PPC ad. Perhaps someone isn't finding what they're looking for in the main body of the ad, but the site link is actually the information they're seeking. Any additional opportunity to drive clicks to your ad is going to help performance. So including site links is essential to a high-performing PPC ad. Now, keywords are one of the main factors that impact your ad's ability to show. So these are words or phrases that you add to your PPC campaign to determine what searches you want to appear for. To get more specific in the type of traffic you'd prefer to receive, there's also match types that control how closely or distantly related to your keywords your ads will show for. As alluded to previously, match types allow you to decide how wide of a net to cast with your PPC ads. So there are 3 match types to select from, depending on your goals. Broad match keywords will trigger ads on searches relating to your keyword. So you can show ads to prospects who indicate they're looking for something similar to what you offer, so there is a likelihood they'd be interested in you and your brand. Phrase match is a happy medium that allows your ads to show for searches that include the meaning of your keywords. And I want to emphasize the meaning portion of this definition, as this part can easily confuse some. So the search does not have to contain the same words as your keywords. It just has to have the same meaning. So this allows you to hone in on prospects that are seeking what you're offering, but could be wording it differently or seeking something additional as well. So lastly, exact match keywords are the most specific in matching, as they will only show for searches that are the same meaning as your keyword in total without anything additional. So this can help to keep your campaigns focused on those who are only looking for precisely what you're offering. So you might be wondering, how do I even come up with keywords and where do I begin? So there are so many tools that you could try. My personal favorite is the Google Ads Keyword Planner because it pulls data straight from Google to give updated insights on how many searches are occurring each month, the average amount of competition that these searches are facing, and then even the estimated top of page or below page bid. So how much you might be paying for the top of the page result or the bottom of the page result. And it even gives you other keyword ideas that you haven't thought of. You can fine-tune this plan to even filter for what's trending as a search in a specific geography that you plan on showing your ads. Then, once you have a sufficient number of keywords, you can add these to the plan and estimate the cost of running these keywords in a campaign, as well as the expected results of this campaign. So SEMrush is another great tool. It mainly focuses on organic keyword research, but you can use this information to help build a PPC campaign. So first, you input websites into the platform, and it'll give you the searches that triggered the website showing up as an organic listing. You can go as specific as program pages, for instance, to get an idea of all of the keywords that people are searching and end up clicking on your result for. So you can even see what your competitors' websites are triggering for searches, which is helpful in ensuring that you remain competitive in your search results when it comes to PPC ads as well. And you can try using these as your keywords or using these as ideas for what keywords you'll use. Now, if you want to get really creative, AI chatbots can be an excellent tool to reference if you're really stumped on where to begin. So you could prompt the bot by letting it know you're working on building out a PPC campaign. And you explain the objective of the campaign. You can even input the landing page you're going to run and ask what keywords would be the most popular to bid on. So I really like to use chatbots when I'm struggling to come up with some initial keywords for a unique program. And then I bring the ones the chatbot suggests over to the Google Ads Keyword Planner to come up with more ideas and bulk it up enough to run a campaign off of it. Google Trends is also a great tool to help to see if and when the keywords you're researching are in their peak popularity, where in the world they're seeing the most searches, and how similar categories are trending. So like to use this as supplemental research though, once I've already determined what keywords to use, and then I can see if there are other categories worth exploring for my campaign. Now, all of that to say, there are endless amounts of tools out there, so definitely try what works best for you and your institutional goals. These are just some of the ones that I like to use when I'm building out my PPC campaigns. Now, we've of course talked about keywords that we want our ads to show for, but we have the opposite function as well with negative keywords, which will block ads from showing. So we want to ensure that we don't show for specific searches. Starting off with negative broad match keywords. This will block searches from triggering your ad if all of the terms of your negative keyword are included in the search in any order. So for instance, if we use the example of running shoes as a broad match negative, you would not appear for a search best shoes for running because it includes all of the same terms, but just in a different order. Phrase match, on the other hand, will block searches from triggering your ad if the negative keyword terms are included in the same order. So if you had gold earrings as a phrase match negative, you would not appear for a search gold earrings on sale, but you would appear for a search earrings on sale gold. And then lastly, exact match will block your ad from showing for searches that include only the terms of your negative keyword in the same order without anything additional. So if you had black tie as an exact match negative, that's the only search you wouldn't qualify for. Any variation, such as ties in black or black and gray ties, you would still appear for. Now, negative keywords are crucial to help determine the exact type of traffic that you want your campaign to drive and ensure that you can drive a more competitive cost per action in your PPC campaign. So now that we've gone through all of the different components of keywords and negative keywords, we can tie it all together. So PPC campaigns fall under a hierarchy under an ad account umbrella. Within each of these campaigns, we have ad groups. These are used to organize your keywords and ads around specific themes so that they direct users specific searches to a specific ad. So one example, you can have an ad group for general undergraduate keywords, such as bachelor's degrees, and then a different ad group for location-based undergraduate keywords, such as colleges in Indiana. So that way you can tailor each ad in the respective ad group to highlight the keywords that someone's searching. And lastly, within each ad is a landing page that a person clicks to once they click on one of the headlines on your ads. Strong landing pages are crucial to peak PPC campaign performance. So we recommend utilizing what are called dedicated landing pages, which are web pages specifically designed for PPC. These are only accessible through an ad, have short and to-the-point content, and a clear call to action so prospects can easily accomplish what you're asking them to do. So, for instance, if the goal of your PPC campaign is inquiries, we recommend integrating a request for information form directly onto your PPC landing page to make it as easy as possible for a prospect to fill out, as shown here. Having the form with as few fields as possible also increases the likelihood that someone will fill out the form, because the more fields that they have, the more difficult it is to be completed. So now that we've gone over what a PPC ad is, how it works, and how campaigns are structured, let's recap on why this matters for your brand. So PPC is an important part of a media plan as it directs those who are actively seeking information to a page optimized for your goals, such as inquiries or applications. So it helps to maintain consistency and create a sense of familiarity across platforms. For example, someone will recognize your brand voice on Google as the same one that they saw in an ad on Meta, for example, and be more likely to take action with your institution. Additionally, with paid search, you have control over what searches you show ads for, and you can aim to show ads for searches that you'd likely not rank for organically because they are too competitive. On the competition vein, your competitors are going to be showing PPC ads, so it's important to be where they are to maintain a competitive edge. And lastly, PPC allows you to expand your reach with an endless amounts of keywords to select from, increasing your likelihood of finding brand unaware prospects. And that's all we have for today's paid search masterclass. Thank you so much for tuning in. Carnegie is thrilled to provide an exclusive offer to paid search masterclass subscribers to receive 25% off a PPC audit and automatic entry into a drawing for a chance to win a free PPC audit. So make sure to sign up through the form on the main webpage for this series. Please feel free to peruse these resources to deepen your understanding of PPC even more, or consider reaching out to Carnegie to partner with us. Thank you again for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed this paid search masterclass.